Hello, this is my library advocacy assignment, which is called Family Literacy Nights, and my name is Kathy Olson. The program description is facilitating weekly family literacy nights to improve relationships between families, students, the librarian, and teachers, model storytelling and strategies to families to better equip them in working on literacy with their child at home, incorporate diverse literature to improve empathy and acceptance in community, and increase the students' home literacy library. The target audience. Family literacy nights are for students and their caretakers to experience a read aloud and activity in the student's elementary school. It is a voluntary event for those that wish to participate. It will take place in the evenings for an hour once a week for a total of 20 weeks. The goal would be for the time to be in the evenings, maybe 6 p.m. to 7 or 6:30 to 7:30 for working families to have a chance to come and participate at school. The read aloud and a craft activity will be planned by a teacher who volunteers, and those that come will be guaranteed a book to take home, possibly more than one book depending on the inventory. Relationship to School Library Program Advocacy. This program would be important because it would market the importance of the library. It would help strengthen the relationship between caregiver or caregivers and students and the school community. It would boost and encourage reading among students because if they are listening to a book read and they really like it, they may want to read that book over again, or they may recommend it to a friend. Also develop reading comprehension. So listening to a book and being able to answer questions about what the story being read to them is about, or different questions the teacher may pose will help with their reading comprehension, and increase awareness of diversity through books. And the teachers will choose books that will present different diverse characters. The budget for this project would be $5,000 to start for the forever books for the students to take home. We would be hoping for donations as well as working with Scholastic book clubs for their lower rate books that they offer monthly, and we would have $1,000 for craft supplies for the activities planned by the teachers. Things like popsicle sticks and construction paper, crayons, markers, and items that we would have on hand so that the teacher would not have to pay for those supplies out of pocket. And then we would have a budget of $500 to pay our teacher volunteers $25 for that hour that they are participating with the read aloud and the activity, so that there is that incentive for them to volunteer. So the rationale and support in one of the research articles that I read says such programs such as Family Literacy Night offer endless possibilities to make connections and break down barriers between families, schools, and communities. Breaking down such barriers stands to enable both teachers and parents to understand the way each defines values and uses literacy as part of cultural practices. In this way, schooling can be adjusted to meet the needs of the families. Parents in turn can observe and understand the definitions of literacy that schools support, which ultimately empower the individuals to take their place in society. With these family literacy nights, our hope would be that the student continues reading at home, encouraged by their caretakers, and that their library would grow so that they have books to read at home, as well as having access to the school library materials and possibly the public library if that is a resource that their family uses. Another article went into looking at book giveaway programs. So that would be an aspect of our family literacy night with giving out a book for students that participate. And the rationale and support from this article says that from a cost-utility perspective, book giveaway programs seem to be a valuable investment. For finding support the basic premise of these programs, namely that book giveaways have an important function in encouraging caregivers to make an early start with shared book reading by providing free books as an incentive. Another research article read was an article where empathy was increased in students through picture books. And in that article, I read this quote where chosen picture books open doors to new perspectives on cultural integration. Consequently, the picture book selection criteria can be considered valuable and efficient for finding the right materials to work on intercultural education and primary education. The project evaluation to see the impact that this advocacy project would have in the school would be to identify the students who participate in these family literacy nights and how many visits they made throughout the year, and then track their language arts benchmark test scores to see if there's a difference in their test scores and if they track, we'd want to track their DRA scores to see if their levels improve throughout the year. And then we would also want to give a very short pre-questionnaire and give another questionnaire at the end of the night so that that's empathy related to that particular night's story so that students we can gauge if their empathy changes after being exposed to a particular story and see if they can relate to the character um, and if that increases once the story and the activity are done. Here are my references for the articles used in this project, and thanks so much for watching.